Carbs make you fat. That's what everyone tells me. Well, I'm here to tell you that that's not the case. So let me show you what I used to eat when I was fat. But first, I want to show you guys a picture of me when I was fat. That's not me, though. This is me. Now, in this picture, I'm 298 pounds, I'm 6'1", and I think I'm about 25 years old in this picture. Health problems at the time. I mean, obviously I couldn't run around the block. I had a hard time putting my shoes on. Felt depressed. Basically, the only thing that made me happy was eating at this point. But anyways, let's share with you guys what I used to eat when I was fat. So I would go to Subway and get a foot-long chicken bacon ranch sandwich. And then I would get 2 cookies with that sandwich. And I'd wash all that down with a nice large soda. And that meal alone was 2,428 calories. And 1,010 from fat. That's quite a bit of fat. And it's no wonder I felt terrible after eating that meal. Now, a typical dinner back then was Costco, get a Polish dog, maybe a slice of pizza. Well, I'm just going to talk about the Polish dog. So a Polish dog was, 570 calories. And then, I probably drank about 500 calories of soda, at the time. So that's 1,070 calories. And then 297 of that was from fat. Okay, for my next meal, this was a meal we would get on special occasions, birthdays, anniversaries. First date I ever had with my wife was at this restaurant. It's called the Buckhorn Steakhouse in Winters, California. Probably the best place I've ever eaten at. The best food, best tasting food, not the best food for you. So, a typical meal for me at the Buckhorn Steakhouse would be clam chowder, which is here in the picture. Heavy cream, had potatoes in it, which is the only good part. And then I would order a tomahawk ribeye meal for 2. I wouldn't eat both meals, but I'd save the rest for the next day. So I'd eat that, and I'd wash all that down with another 5-6 sodas. And I'm not gonna add all the other stuff we ate. We had appetizers, artichoke dip, bread, butter. But here's an actual picture of the steak I ate that night. And here's a picture of me, probably about to finish my meal. You could tell that I'm in pain because I overate. And then, it felt good at the time, but then, later on that night, I felt like I was gonna die. Like, I literally felt so sick. And I told myself that, I would never do this to myself again. That night, I decided to change. At the time, I didn't know, how to change. But, I figured it out. So, yeah, this meal, it was 2,974 calories and 1,274 calories from fat. So there's quite a bit of fat in this meal. And I didn't include all the bread, butter, dips, and chips, and other things we ate. Dessert, I didn't even include in the dessert. Oh my God, it's, probably well over 3,000 calories or more. And then the next day I had leftovers, probably another 2,000 calories of leftovers. So that's another one of my meals. So the next week after the Buckhorn Steakhouse meal, I went to Taco Bell for 4th meal because I was hungry again. and I sat down and I watched Fat, Sick, and Nearly Dead while I ate Taco Bell. Yes. And after I watched that movie, I got so excited that I, went out and I think I borrowed my parents' juicer and I started juicing. And then I realized that juicer sucked. So I had to, I wanted to find the best juicer possible. So I started doing my research, and I came across this guy on the internet. His name is John Kohler. And I basically watch all of John Kohler's juicing videos. His website is called, or his channel is called discountjuicers.com. Great place to buy juicers or blenders or any kind of health kitchen device. And then while I was looking at all of John Kohler's video, I saw a suggestion in the sidebar. It said the perils of dairy, and I clicked on it and watched it, and it was Dr. John McDougall talking about basically saying how horrible it is to consume dairy products. And that was one of my favorite things to eat, is cheese. I didn't really drink milk. I basically I love melting cheese on tortillas, cooking a tri-tip, cutting it up, putting it on a tortilla with melted cheese, making quesadillas, sour cream. I loved sour cream at the time. It's no wonder I was fat. I was just eating pure blocks of fat and salt. So after seeing the perils of dairy, it basically made me go vegan, like right then and there. Because then I started watching all of Dr. McDougall's other videos and learning all these, things and what causes this problem, what causes that problem, and those were all my problems I was having. So I put two and two together, and I decided to go vegan. Okay, so shortly after my daughter Lily's first birthday, I decided to go vegan. And I'm not going to tell you guys it was easy, because it wasn't. But what got me through it was I ate beans and rice and guacamole and salsa. That's one thing I liked, that didn't have meat and cheese and sour cream on it. And I also had a hard time cutting out the soda in my diet, because I was highly addicted to the caffeine, I think. But once I got through that, everything was great. I started adding in other foods like corn, bread, potatoes, rice, more beans, and it just keeps growing and growing. There's thousands of recipes you can make that are vegan and that are low fat. And then I also started my own garden, growing my own zucchinis, tomatoes, peppers, onions, artichokes, kale. Got tons of kale. I don't eat it too much because it gets bugs on it, but this is actually a picture of my garden from last year. As you can see, I got really ambitious, and I can also thank John Kohler for getting me to start a garden the right way. So check out his channel, growingyourgreens.com, and I also just started a gardening channel. It's called Growing Up Garden, and I'll put a link in the description below with the channel. And I don't have any videos yet, but I will soon. So a typical meal for me, that now that I'm eating healthy, was I would do like a 10 banana smoothie for breakfast, which is, it's 1,000 calories of bananas, and then 40 calories of that is from fat, so it's super low in fat. I wouldn't always do banana. I'd throw pineapple in it, or I just eat fruit for breakfast, stuff like that. Super low in fat. What's fruit? Like 300 calories per pound. So eat a pound or two of fruit, you're going to be stuffed, and the calories are super low, but you're satisfied because you're full. That's how it works. I actually can eat more food now than before when I was unhealthy. Another meal I like to eat is sweet potatoes. They're in season right now. You can get them at Costco. They're organic. Can't beat that. Now, sweet potatoes are 390 calories per pound, and there's 2 calories from fat in that pound. So I can easily eat I could probably eat 2 pounds of sweet potatoes. 780 calories, 4 calories from fat. It's super low. You can't beat it. And here's a picture of me cutting up some sugar cane. You could see how much weight I've lost in these pictures. I've lost 73 pounds. 32 years old. So I went 25, I weighed 298 pounds. Now I'm 32, I weigh 225 pounds. I finally got back to the weight I was before I gained all the weight. And my weight is it's still dropping. I'm always losing weight. Everyone that sees me always says, like, oh my God, you're always losing weight. And everyone else around me is always gaining weight. That's just the truth, because they're eating a bunch of crap. Here's another meal I eat. I love potatoes. I eat Yukon Gold potatoes all the time. 318 calories per pound. 4 calories of that is from fat. So I could eat a couple pounds of those. Super low in fat, super low in calories. I eat tons of fruit during the summer when it's ripe. And if fruit's not in season, I eat cooked potatoes and rice and whatever else I can get my hands on. Lots of pasta. There's a picture of me and my daughter Lily. We're cooking some beans in our solar oven. Okay, now you guys can still go out and get fast food. So the best place to get fast food is Chipotle. I go there a couple times a week for lunch while I'm working. It's fun to get out every once in a while and go to a restaurant. Sometimes it's hard when you're vegan, but yeah, it's a good place to eat. Everything's non-GMO there. So my tip for Chipotle is this is what you do. If you want to get a lot of food, you order a bowl, and then you tell them you want 2 large tortillas, flour tortillas on the side, and you get 2 scoops of rice, 2 scoops of beans, get a scoop of peppers, you get sofritas if you like that, you can get 2 scoops of corn, and then you get your salsas, and then you can add lettuce. And then that bowl that you see in the picture will make 2 large burritos. And it only costs $7.79. So that's my tip to save money, because people always think that eating vegan is expensive. It can be expensive if you're eating tons of fruit and vegetables. So that's why you grow your own vegetables. It doesn't cost hardly anything. So that's my little tip for lunch or dinner. You can go to Chipotle. And the calories, let's see, the calories for Chipotle, those 2 burritos are 1,540 calories, and the calories from fat are 374. Okay, I want to do a little recap with you guys. So this picture was taken 3 years ago, the day my daughter Lily was born. And as you can see, I was still eating the high-fat, standard American diet lifestyle. And this next picture I'm going to show you was taken last Saturday at my daughter Lily's 3rd birthday party. And that's my little son Blake in the picture. He's 1. And so there's a 73-pound difference in those pictures. So at the end of this video, I'm going to say that carbs don't make you fat. And it's the fat that you eat that makes you fat. So for any of you guys watching this, it's the fat that you're eating that's making you fat. So don't eat it. So I want to thank you guys for watching. I'm going to put a few videos in the description box below, recipe videos. So please check those out and give me a thumbs up. And I want to thank you guys again for watching, and we'll see you next time.